At this moment the history of this place cannot be rewritten. I need to go back to the beginning of my consciousness and fall asleep. Before that you need to replace me in this space. Only you can break through the barriers of space-time here.
In the bedroom, a child of about 8 years of age is changing the daffodils in a vase. A young woman is lying in bed, leaning against the headboard to rest.
Mom, none of the aunts and uncles are awake yet. I tried to wake them yet nothing happened. So I sneaked into the garden and picked some flowers. Will they blame me when they find out?
After hearing the child's words, the woman's face turned sad. But still, she braced her body, faced the child, then explained slowly.
A good boy like you has nothing to do with it. Your aunts and uncles are just too tired, thus they need a good rest. You shouldn't bother them at all. Anan, thank you for taking care of Mommy all the time. Once I've recovered, we'll move to the town and live there together. You can make a lot of friends and go out freely. Really? But Grandpa said, I can never leave the castle. It's okay. Grandpa will definitely agree with this. Anan, can you bring a message to Grandpa for me? I'm feeling much better now. Tell Grandpa that he shouldn't worry. But don't go to the secret room. Otherwise, your father will be angry.
You promised your mother you would do as she asked. You are ready to leave now so as not to disturb her rest.
Mom is resting. I can't disturb her.
This is your family photo. There are about 10 people pictured there. A little boy sitting on the knees of an old man with gray hair. Behind him stands a young couple. It's the drawer your mother forbade you to open. In order not to make mother angry, you never opened it. You gently close the bedroom door. This is your family photo, where about 10 people stand together. An old white man is standing in the middle. A young couple holding a baby is beside him. The woman does not look well, her face is pale. And the man behind her is wearing a black, wide-brimmed hat, so you can't see his face. You feel uneasy for no reason, as if there are many unseen dangers lurking around you. Soon, this feeling disappeared. A heavy sound like the door being pushed open rings out from behind you. You can't help but look back. A man wrapped in bandages pushes the portrait aside and slowly walks out from the corridor of the secret room.
Please, my love. We can finally be together for eternity.
Black fog untwines around both of them, and their forms dissipate into the void. You watch your parents disappear into smoke. You hear the sound of a string snapping in your heart. The calligraphy on the letterhead is elegant. You recognize it to be your mother as handwriting. There are some words of love written in it.
Ronald, my love, my father has warned me not to meet with you, for now I can only convey my thoughts in this way. Anand is awake now, don't worry. The method, what he forgot about the incident, I will take care of him in my last time.
It's the drawer your mother forbade you to open. In order not to make mother angry, you never You look out the window, the sun, the grass, the forest. That's the world you've always wanted to be in. Just when you are about to enter the room, time stagnates, you lose consciousness, you don't know how much time has passed. When you awaken, your grandfather is standing before you. As you look around, you notice that a door has appeared in the study, one you've never seen before.
Child, you are the last hope of the family. All the stars in the world align according to certain laws. But people's fates differ. We let you take on too many responsibilities, more than you should bear. Now, little one, I allow you 10 years of freedom.
Grandfather points at the stone door standing in the center of the study. This door connects two worlds. You see the meadow and forest outside. You find that the grandpa is not as strict as usual today. His speech is unusually soft. At one moment, this makes you feel quite weird, and you subconsciously asked,
Grandpa, we are not going together. Grandpa, I don't want to go. I gotta be with you. I don't wanna leave here. I don't like the world outside. I wanna stay with Daddy and Mommy. I don't want to leave you.
Child, I didn't give you with a happy childhood. It's all Grandpa's fault. Your parents, Grandpa couldn't save them. Now at the end, I can only offer you a small gesture. I'll buy you 10 years of freedom. Anna, my dearest child, I'm proud of you. Even when you are down, you can face life with optimism. But the haze still grows in your heart. I know you've been putting up with the misery. Just try forget about it. Forget the stone walls and the structure of this house. Forget all the faces of your family. Forget about our past memories. Forget everything that happened here. But, my little one, remember. The sky is always the same. No matter where you are, the stars will light your way home.
In your eyes, that doorway transforms into a soft and comfortable bed. Now you just want to rest, a good rest. You went through the door in a daze. The meadow and skyline that were there a moment ago suddenly disappeared. A waterfall of heavy rain followed, fiercely washing away the town in front of you. Dunwick, the heavy rain roared. Along with the river, the huge castle, standing on the cliff, collapsed in a flash, and the town was razed to the ground. You felt dizzy, falling unconscious on the side of the road. Right at that moment, a scholarly-looking old man with gray hair happened to be driving a Ford in the torrential downpour. The blinding headlights shone towards your collapsed body on the side of the road. Finding your unconscious body, he rushed out of the car and carried you to safety. In the gusts of wind and pouring rain, the car safely bypassed the mudslide and drove all the way to Providence. "10 years later, Providence, nighttime dormitory.
Another conflict occurred near here. The security around is getting worse and worse. Just follow the doctor's advice and rest early. I hope the medicine works.
You seem to have sealed some of the memories, and want to unseal them, but you cannot suppress the pain. It is like a big mess of things tumbling around in your head. You can only deal with this little by little because the recollecting is too painful, but you cannot stand the memories if you think about them too long. You have to force yourself to forget them and start the process over again. If you keep putting it there, no matter where it is like a big mess that accumulates more and more. How to solve it? By physical means. Just before you use extreme methods to solve the problem, your reason takes control of yourself. You finally manage to get to the hospital. However, the hospital did not find out the cause of the illness. They only gave you a pale psychiatric diagnosis report. Chief complaint: insomnia, palpitations, accompanied by hallucinations, history of present illness, poor appetite, memory disturbance, partial loss of emotional function. Physical exam, BP 100 and 251P110 NSPE. Diagnosis: it is recommended to avoid adverse event stimuli and fall asleep. Earlier prescribed small amounts of oxazolone as medication. You take the medicine bottle out of the cabinet and open it. The medication prescribed by your doctor to prevent you from being affected by psychiatric disorders which may lead to hallucinations.
I hope I have a good dream tonight.
Under the effect of the drugs, you had a rare good dream today. There was no writing on the envelope, but the pattern stamped on the wax seal seemed inexplicably familiar. You subconsciously opened the envelope. Anna, my dearest child, today is your 18th birthday. I have prepared a birthday present for you which I have placed in my study. For security reasons, I can't write in detail here, but I am sure you can find it. You are the last hope of our family, and I believe you will be able to overcome this disaster. Love forever, your grandfather, George Howard.
Why did the letter disappear?
Your mind is flooded with fragmented images. It is like a dream, but you don't seem to be awake yet. Memories come up from the depths of my memory, yet nothing can be grasped. Like smoke, you try to digest these memories. Fortunately, there is none of the usual pain in digesting memories. This time an image comes to your mind where you see the old castle at night in the sky. The star of enlightenment shines brightly, the chapel on the west side, the dome of the stargazer. Everything is so familiar. Finally, you remember the memories of your family.
Amy has recommended books. I haven't finished them or after that I'll return them to the library. Amy, I have to leave school for a while. The book you lent me last time will take a while to return to you.
Ampere hours. It's right. Books, if not finished. Just keep it with you, that's okay.
I will finish them as soon as possible. Amy. Opera will be performed soon. I am very fond of opera too. But I have to leave school for a while. So, can you wait for me to come back?
That's great. It doesn't matter if you don't come back on time. There is still a chance. Anan, be careful when you go out.
Well, I'll pay attention. I'll be back as soon as I am done with the job.
Anan, be careful when you go out. I'll wait for you to come back.
This is a poster of Tosca.
You look on the bookshelf and find a book about sports fuels. You try to learn about it. You look on the bookshelf and find a book about survival in the wild. You try to learn about it. Percival Lowell believed that the Schiaparelli canals were actually irrigation canals built by intelligent beings, a view that was later generally accepted as the only understandable explanation. The seasonal melting of the Martian polar ice caps, as seen, has led to speculation that an advanced Martian race built canals and transported water to the arid equatorial regions. This work is by the expressive, post-impressionist painter Van Gogh. Its rough brushwork emphasizes the tension, yet it is permeated by a silent melancholy. The dominant blue coloring shapes the sense of gloom, invisibly oppressing the senses. The highly exaggerated distortion and strong visual contrast allow one to appreciate the artist's restless emotions and psychedelic imagery world.
The empty seats are filled with books. The chairs were also taken away, and it seems to break a leg to get a seat.
The second floor is closed recently. It is pity that there are ancient books inside. Not open due to recent book theft. A witness saw a monster wandering the second floor. That monster looks like a bat and holds many books on its chest. The monster knocks out a witness after spotting him. Before he passed out, he smelled a strong stench, like fresh maggots crawling out of the sewer. But the police took what he said as his illusion. Do you think what he saw was really an illusion?
He said he saw a monster. Do you think it was an illusion?
Illusion is a phenomenon in which perception results are distorted in a specific situation. If you don't have this distortion for a long time, then what he saw at that time would not be an illusion. But it is not ruled out that it will be the disguise of the prisoner.
Ah, great! I am the witness. I've felt both fear and curiosity since that day. I'm going crazy if I don't find out the truth.
You can try to help the police with their investigation as a witness. Of course, your statement needs to be modified, and it is better not to be too subjective. Otherwise, no one would believe the crazy words of a frightened person.
You are right.
The second floor seems to be under construction. Can't he go up?
Miss Julie is a professor of history and linguistics. She likes you very much and wants you to inherit her research. She has always been very strict with you. But your recent experience has rendered you speechless. You made it to class on time. But however, no one has any memory of you being there.
Annan. Still, have time to hang out. Come back to class now.
Miss Julie, I have had to leave school for a while recently.
Young people are always wasting their own time. Just know the bullshit. Drinking, partying, gambling, travel. Just want to have fun.
Miss Julie does not really get angry. She is more of helplessness and disappointed.
I finished the assignment assigned yesterday. I promise I will try to make up for the missed lessons during this time after I come back.
Anand, you must remember. As a digger of knowledge boundaries, never slack off. You take this material. This is the summary of the course content I have prepared for you.
Author, Meyer Durkheim, Social Solidarity and Social Integration. Social facts. This fact exists independently of the individual and has a unique character, which is called collective consciousness. The real function of the division of labor is to create a sense of connectedness between two or more people, i.e. collective consciousness. The man is concentrating on reading book.
Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, for a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble.
Principal Stone died at 10:38 a.m. on December the 28th, 1919, due to ineffective medical treatment. Death age 65 years old, and according to Mr. Stone's last wish, everything should be kept simple.
We'll buy a good baseball bat together, as you promised last time. As you can see, I have already paid for it. Now it's your turn to pay your part. It's with me, and you can use it anytime.
I don't have enough money. I can only give you $5 at most.
This is worth $100 at least. You have to pay half of it, $50.
This stick is clearly not worth so much.
Are you doubting me? So, all I have to do now is go back and tell my father you are going to buy that thing back.
I only have 20 bucks.
Just consider me a loss this time. We are brothers after all.
After accepting the money, the blonde-haired man leaves cheerfully.
I wouldn't have brought the money out if it wasn't for buying it back. Where can I raise 20 bucks? What to do now? Today is that last day my boss required me to get things back. Ampere hours. Many thanks. I will pay you back as soon as I have the money.
He quickly ran out of the campus gate.
Isn't this Anan? As always, those animals still don't like you. I don't know why. No matter what kind of animal they seem, full of hostility towards me. But I don't think they are hostile towards you, more like fear of you. All the animals in school are submissive and you are a really special person. Have you ever considered a part-time job at a zoo? Forget it, I don't want to be complained about by animal protection organizations.
Behold, among sands, someone is planting. Will no one tell me what he sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow. For old, unhappy, far-off things, familiar matter of today. Some natural sorrow, loss, or pain that has been, and may be again. The music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more.
There are many coins lying inside quietly. There is no response when the dial is turned. It requires a coin. Some phone numbers are written on the note. Among them, you see 635-85477 Railway Administration. A card was affixed under the note. Nothing is marked on the card, leaving only a string of strange numbers, 644-38813. As you enter, you see the landlady frowning and calculating the bill. The bill is far away from you, and the handwriting is tiny. You haven't seen the details yet. The landlady takes some things out of the cabinet and puts them at the end of the pile, looking expectantly at your selection.
Ah, what did you say? Do you need more of these?
She points to her ear and apologizes. But you realize that she heard you when you came in and asked for something. You come to a rental car, and there are some people in suits standing at the door. After you indicated your intention, a person in charge said to you, as you can see, sir, the store is still being renovated and I don't even know where I can live tonight. After some communication to no avail, you left here disappointed. You can access Arkham via the Intercontinental Bridge. Although it's not far, you'd better have a car for the journey of more than 143 miles. Because even if you wanted to walk, your body would not allow it. You come to a rental car, and there are some people in suits standing at the door. After you indicated your intention, a person in charge. After some communication to no avail, you left here disappointed.
Traffic control has been in half a month. Food prices are skyrocketing. The salary can't stand it.
As soon as you enter the room, you see Carl drinking drunk while humming his own unique tune and writing the manuscript happily. The cluttered desks, the characteristic of academic professor.
Sir, what is this painting about?
It was sent to me by a previous patient of mine to thank me for curing his strange illness. He was young, but kept complaining that his memory was getting worse and worse. He said he kept dreaming of strange sights, but then he woke up and didn't remember anything. He only remembered a vague place that he'd like to visit in his dream. So I hypnotized him and made him search for memories in his dreams. Then I received this painting, and he must have found it. Look, he's smiling in front of that yellow house.
You can see a broken yellow badge in the mail. When you touch it, you feel something strange. There is a twisted, distorted line on the back.
There is something wrong with this thing. I can't let it get to the teacher until I figure it out. Teacher, I may know something about this badge. Can I take and study it for a while?
Here, take it. I've got a mountain of clutter. Haven't got time for them either.
There are numerous, scattered pieces of consciousness that have been stored in the subconscious sea. Since the evolution of humans, the subconscious group consciousness is the origin of human common habits, and yet which came first, the sea of the subconscious, or the idea of human group consciousness? What precisely is there in the most profound human dreams? Is there a God who manipulates people, or is there just a void in the depths of the subconscious ocean? The body and mind are inextricably linked. The mind is never formless, and is never independent of the body. Everyone is born with a brain capable of thinking and feeling, and because all complex emotions in humans have corresponding and exquisite biological mechanisms. Changes in the body affect changes in the mind, and vice versa.
Professor Carl Urey, drinking again.
I won't be able to drink after today. I'm not an alcoholic. Did you know, Anand, that this is also a kind of personality mask?
Can't he say that I comprehend this very much?
For example, being drunk is a mask for my personality. When I'm drunk, I can roll around without any worries, letting my emotions out. I have some wine here. You want to try? You need more variety of emotions than a single one. You can try to imitate and gain more non-theoretical knowledge. This is also good for your spirit.
I got it, sir. I have also tried to read some literature.
How does that feel?
I hate it. No, specifically I hate stories because people don't tell stories just to tell them and listen to them. They put themselves in a position of authority to state what they think are their right values. Santa Claus will have a list of bad kids. It takes a hard-working bee to get the honey. A woman is made from one of Adam's ribs. These familiar stories are laced with many personal values. The more widely they are told, the more they bind people. To me, the power of the story to speak is the so-called truth, which later becomes an enforced right.
You really care about the true history.
Yes, I would like to know what the story itself is really like.
But no one can go back in time to feel the real history. We can only summarize the past from the perspective of a grand narrative. Well, I don't think you are here today to discuss academics.
Sir, I come to say goodbye. I am going back to Arkham.
Great. Even if you don't go, I will also persuade you to go out. One's past experiences will affect every aspect of that present. And I can't awaken your past memories with any hypnosis method. This should be the cause of your current problem. Of course, you'd better relax your mind. Even if there are no results, just think of it as a relaxing vacation trip. People still need more sense of purpose to do.
Understood.
I hope that before you come back, I found a psychological explanation for your condition. Here is the car key. I won't be going out anytime soon. Well, if you are embarrassed, you can wash it for me on your way back. It's been with me for many years, and it's an old thing like me.
Thank you, Professor.
Providence to Arkham, Massachusetts, is not too far by car. More than 143 miles of road can be reached in one day, but there are many mountain roads. The mountain breeze blowing on your face makes you feel relaxed. Maybe it is a good idea to travel occasionally. There are many quaint little villages and rugged trails along the way, through field after field of corn and orchards. The leaves are changing color, decorating the trees, bright red and golden, brilliant and full of life. In the evening you followed the map marker to a mountain road. Unknowingly clouds covered the sky, raindrops hit the car windows sporadically. You are ready to speed up your trip, but until night fell the town of Dunwich remained unknown. You drive your car, but until the night fell, the town of Dunwich was still missing and you were surrounded by the mountains. Just at the time that you don't know what to do, a covered bridge appears in the middle of the mountain, but the stone pillar in front of the covered bridge does not seem to allow your car to pass. A huge wooden bulletin board with "Welcome to the Dunwich" on it.
Something is coming.
A group of fat rats appeared in front of you. You are surprised. How can there be such big rats? There are traces of passing, and some floors have been replaced. Also looks solid and shows no signs of wood aging. When you pass through the porch bridge, you find that there are clouds of white fog around you. No matter how hard you change your direction, you can't return back to the position you entered. You can only keep walking forward. After a long unknown time, the white fog dissipated, and the surroundings fell into darkness. When the light is restored, you have arrived at a broken corridor of the ancient castle. A broken pillar collapsed directly, crushing the table in the hall.
Could that be the signs of weathering? How is this possible since weathering takes at least a few decades?
Jumping, landing, finish. In one fell swoop, you cross the gap of about 8 feet in width. The only thing is that no one gives you applause. Jumping, landing, finish. The only thing. You enter the bedroom, most of which has been destroyed by the collapsed debris. Piled gravel and layers of cobwebs make the place look like a graveyard. Wherever you look, there is gravel and sand. You search carefully, and finally, find a photo among pieces of rubble. The photo shows a group of a family. There are 10 or so people in it. An old gray-haired man is standing in the middle. Beside him, a young couple is holding a child with long baby blue hair. The woman does not look good. Her face is pale. The man behind her is wearing a black wide-brimmed hat, so you can't see his face. You find that the child between them is a girl you've never seen before. When you try to keep this picture nice, it turns into dust. Jumping, landing. The only thing.
Something is coming.
The portrait is torn with a huge gaping hole on it, revealing the secret passage. But the intersection is blocked by collapsed debris. There is a peculiar sculpture here. You look closely at this sculpture, only to find that its limbs resemble the structure of a human body. As you look at it intently, it seems to come to life in your eyes. You feel dizziness like something has been taken away.